Present Chairman and members of PPN East Committee, distinguished guests, and most importantly, all our good friends. Good afternoon to all of you. Last night I couldn't know that I have to say something, so I decided to jot down some points. What's my journey like in PPN? So bear with me. I got to refer some points, and I jotted some points. Now, firstly, let me extend my congratulations to Yang Hormat. Okay, this is the designation which should be accompanied by Datos from Pahang. Yang Hormat, Professor Dato Dr. Agamutu, on being conferred Datoship by Mulia Mahamulia Sultan Pahang. This is the first time I'm meeting him. Though we have expressed our congratulations via WhatsApp, first time I'm meeting him here, so I take this opportunity to congratulate him. My name is Rajadorai. I stayed in PPN Hostel between 1974 and 78. So I'm going to trace my journey during that period. What exactly happened? Some incidents as anecdotes. Basically, I'm an estate person from Banting. Somebody mentioned just now Banting, MK Development. Tan Sri Muhammad Kamal, yes, he was my senior in Methodist English School in Banting. I was an estate boy from Jugra Estate, Banting. And having gone to Tamil school, it was an opportunity for me to come to University Malaya. Well, my journey has taken, when I came to PPN Hostel, thank God there was PPN Hostel, I was trained as a teacher, posted to Kelantan as a teacher. 6 months, I decided to run away from teaching. I ran away, came back. But nevertheless, I had named teacher Chegu. People call me when I came to PPN, I called myself teacher, so that I will not be ragged or oriented badly. So I escaped. In fact, I escaped. But 2 years, just 2 years training and 6 months of teaching, I came to PPN. Now, having lived as a teacher in PPN, you know what sort of food I brought. And in my life, to be very frank with you, somebody always have been getting my food, preparing my food. I was boiled bread in Kelantan. Other roommates, they used to prepare food. So I never had the skills in cooking, even today. I always spoiled, and somebody has always been taking care of me. So when I came to PPN, first thing I'm to talk about is, my heading is, food, good food in PPN. So I'm going to talk about PPN food. Nevertheless, I think it has been touched a number of times, but let me express what I have gone through in PPN in terms of food. Breakfast, lunch, tea and dinner was sumptuous. I had really good, enjoyable food. Having gone through life as a teacher, then I thought best food is being served in PPN Hostel. Ramatamba is my okay, I'll come to you. And especially, I still remember the days when sambar was served with fried chicken and ghee rice and extra special. I really enjoyed it. This is what I have to express because this is the life I went through in PPN Hostel. Though Mama cooked delicious meals. But our food secretary, Ramachandran, we call him fondly, we call him Ramatamba. He was our JCRC food secretary. And Samyapan, our godfather, he was the president or chairman of JCRC. They were never happy with the food that has been served. At all times, complaint after complaint. But I have no grounds to criticize because always the food has been better and better. The quality has been improved tremendously over time, and I was one of the beneficiaries together with other residents in PPN. Now, I think now I understand. The food was very good to me because we come from a background where we had very little food or maybe not the quality food, which was actually provided, well provided in PPN hostel. We were taken good care, I would say. Just imagine, I entered PPN hostel at 100 pounds. I mean, those days we used to call pounds. We never used kg, which I converted 45 kg. I was a mere 45 kg in weight. But left PPN hostel in 1978, 125 pounds. 57 kg. Look at the remarkable improvement in terms of weight, all because of food, Mama's food in PPN. So I thank a lot to PPN hostel for providing me the good food and good physique. Now, the next point I have is how PPN hostel shaped my life. Now, here I'm going to talk about one or two personalities here who have been instrumental in my outlook in life. See, staying in PPN hostel provided me with interactions with students, fellow students, lecturers in country. I knew country during my student days. And notably, student leaders like G. Subramaniam. P.L.S. Maniam, are you around? Please stand up. You are somebody that. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We used to call him GSM or P.L.S. Maniam. His impact, his contribution to societies in university, Tamil language, notably Tamil language society, had profound impact on my social and emotional well-being. So, yes, Maniam, you please take note that you have been an important person in my life. You inspired me to become an active member of PLS. I became a very good member of PLS basically because of you. And I've also held post. 1974 when I entered, I was pushed to become the assistant secretary of PLS. And the next year I became the president of PLS after re-registration. I think you all know, after the 1974 demonstration, all the societies were deregistered. Any society wants to come back to be in existence, you have to re-register. So my committee, including Ganesan Kuchan, D. Bala, Tyagarajan, we formed a committee, proton committee, and re-registered. And of course, certainly I became the president. Not only that, we also participated in the Student Service Corps. I think quite a number of us participated. We went to the estates, stayed on with the estates, 3 estates we chose, one for one. I think, yes, and were you instrumental in founding Student Service Corps, SSC? All right, thank you. So I continued the tradition of going to estates and providing service. 3 estates every year. We send students to stay, the parents, in 3 participants per estate. We were the motivators, we stayed with them, we could, whatever ways we could help, leadership, so many things. Our presence alone was a motivating factor for the estate people. So I did participate in that, and subsequently, that has actually taught me resilience and leadership skills, which invariably have helped me in my career. Okay, that's in terms of how the leadership skills and the resilience has helped me to come forward. From being a teacher, I was a teacher 5 years, and I completed my contract with government and got out of government service, became an accountant. Also a chartered accountant, so I became an accountant. So those skills have actually helped me tremendously in shaping my future of my life. Okay, that's basically about how stay in PPN has helped me. Now, specifically, I'll let you know 2 episodes, what has actually happened during our stay. And country and we got to later they got to forgive me. It's a little touching on. It is a little not so for me, not so suitable for you. Okay. I think among us, we all know, we used to have special shows. Special shows during my time, okay? During my time, we used to have some special shows. This is what we call as special show Fridays. If you all do remember, we used to have some shows in a particular room. A group of us, at one point of time, we had a special show. We were having a nice entertainment in the room. Suddenly there was a room, hard knock outside the door. And Babu was knocking hard. Everybody panicked. So it created chaos and panic. Even some of them wanted to jump out of the window. I think Rama probably would have heard of that. I mean, some of them wanted to jump, but I froze because I didn't know what to do. So I told myself, in case I get caught, I'll tell them, sorry, I didn't know, I came into the room, this happened, so I wanted to escape that way. So I froze and sat inside. And fortunately, it was Babu who simply knocked, calling for somebody. Nothing serious happened. So this is one episode which I cannot forget, how I froze in the room. Okay, secondly, I think not many people would have known. I call it Ghost of Room 72. Okay, this is a personal experience in India. This happened to me during a nap before going down for tea. See, those days, when I feel tired, I don't go for lectures or tutorials. Right? Just ponting, I think is what we call ponting. Sometimes I feel tired, I decide to stay put that day, decide to have a nap. And at one particular day, I felt a heavy weight on my chest. I couldn't breathe. I was struggling to breathe. But at the same time, I could hear voices floating in the room. And the voices of my roommate. I think Ganesan was talking, I could hear. Chandrasekharan, Mat, we call him Mat. His voice also floating. So I was listening to the voices. When I got up, I realized I was alone in the room. No, none of our friends were there. But anyway, I didn't think much about it. Came down for tea. When I was 70, Ganesan and Chandrasekharan came back from campus after lectures. So that actually shook me. I was thinking, what is actually happening in the room? So we decided to go. We went up to the room. And there was beautiful jasmine smell. Mallige was in the room. So we decided to go to the next few other rooms. Nothing. Only in room 72 we had jasmine smell. Mallige. I don't want to sing the song Mallige in Manan Vayan, that only. But see, this happened and we all panicked. 4 of us in the room panicked. So we sought advice from our fellow PPNites. Sri Dharan, I think you all know, University of Sri Dharan.